Testing. Let's go. What is up? Welcome in. All right. Back in Enshrouded. Gonna be a good one. Been a long day, but I had to just chill and build tonight. Not worry about what's going on in the world. Just build. Do the fun things. Let's send out a quick message to people. Okay. All right. Since we're about an hour early, we will give everyone a warning. There we go. What's up, Jeremy? Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Sounds good, Harley. Sounds good. Now those look different colors. Nobody knows. Alright. Refamiliarize myself with the controls here, since we played Grounded on Friday. Oh no. Oh no. We did it. Again. Why? Why do I keep doing this? Wonder if it still works. Yeah, you can break the game. Do I die now? Yeah, there we go. What's up, Smokey? Harley and Grim, how's it going? Good way to start, just dying right off the bat. Gosh. Hanging in there and hope the family is doing well. Doing well. Hanging in as well. Oh, fun times, fun times. Life is definitely crazy. Like today, my son was at my mom's house. She watched him all day and while we worked, and he just decided today he didn't want to take a nap, so he went to bed at 6:30. Why does Twitch do that? It's just a Twitch thing for some reason. I have no clue why it's like... doesn't change the thing even though I change it. Like I couldn't even remember how I did it last time. This one? Yeah. There we go. It's annoying I have to go through and do it like that. There we go. It no longer says we're playing that other game. I don't even know why someone would play that game. It's so laggy when you've built half of the map. Quite laggy. I need to start moving stuff over, but I like don't want to. My thumbnail and stuff would probably look better. Well, I want to do another one for the outside. Show this off and then start building out here soon. But I can't do it with all these chests in the way. Not the way. I definitely want to start on the castle soon. We got to finish the little armory, or at least get further. But I really want to build over here and start building the like cool stuff. Not that what we're building isn't cool, but I'm like really excited about like a big castle. Backpacks full. Stuff. Oh yeah. I am working on a video. Just another like let's build episode, I think is currently what the plan is. But we're gonna build a new flame altar that's gonna go here. And so far I think it's looking pretty sick. Who is asking about the flame altar design? Like, can't remember who it was. And if it was on stream or a comment or something, I can't remember. Brain is a mess. But yeah, I want to build like an epic flame altar thing in here, and we might end up changing this a little bit too, so it's gonna fit the rest of the vibe, but I'm not totally sure yet. It may not. It's hard to say. It is very light in using the highly polished blocks. It's a lot of white, and I want a little bit more of a combination of some of the granite blocks and stuff. So I might maybe change like this section or something so it's a little darker like that, and then maybe add some more highlights or something. But I'm not totally sure yet. Maybe those don't need to be windows. They could be like miniatures of those. Like that might help with a little bit more contrast. The idea for this castle that I've been thinking more and more about as I get stuck or I'm working on random things or just sitting there thinking all day. This is going to be like castle being ripped out of the ground. I'm already sort of working on the design on this flame altar that's going to transfer into the castle itself. Where like the shroud from digging in, as we're working on the armory. The armory broke into the catacombs, and so the idea is like the story behind it, at least, is that the shroud is going to start. The infection is going to be spreading, and it's going to start by coming out, which is random. Again, just as digging into the Mistberry catacombs on accident, the other stream is working perfect with a story. I literally was going to start working on the video for this new flame altar. I have a bit of it already built, so I kind of know what I want to do and how to transfer it. So I was like, started recording, like figuring out where the center of this was, and then I was like, wait a second. If I do this perfectly, if you look right where this flame altar is, and you go all the way back down into the armory space, it perfectly, or pretty much perfectly, close enough, because we are like half a block, or what, 2 blocks off or something like that. When you're standing down here, it's like perfectly in this, like it's literally right there is where the flame altar is. So I love the idea. There won't be torches and stuff down here. It's going to look even crazier. I'll add a luminous mushrooms and stuff on the ceiling, and I'm going to make it like look like the infection from the shroud and stuff is engulfing, and then you'll be able to essentially assume that since it's directly above it, that is consuming the flame altar, which is your protection from the shroud. And because of that, it starts infecting the whole city. And so the castle is like going to be the main part of that story. I don't know if I'm going to make the houses and stuff all necessarily like that, but we'll figure out a story to make it work where it's just the castle. But essentially the infection is going to spread like up this hillside. So there'll be luminescent growth and stuff, kind of the same way that this pond is coming down. There'll be like, I think, fractures, or I'll figure out some way to do it where it works. And it'll just slowly be creeping up to the castle, which is then ripped out of the ground and like floating with all this like corruption underneath it. But then it'll be sort of this white, highly polished block. Highly polished stone? I can't even remember what it's called. Brain's all over. Highly polished stone, yeah. So the castle will be sort of this light white sort of castle, white walls all around, but then it'll be this like darker, heavier bottom layer using the granite and stuff and the luminescent growth, which I put away, of course. And probably some of these blue luminescent blocks because they look pretty cool as well. I think it'll be a cool little story. I'm pretty excited to build it. I think it'll be fun. Those are lights. those braziers. That's what they are. Braziers. Been messing with a bunch of random things. Different blocks to see how those kind of work. I definitely am feeling like I just need to keep building over and over again. Build more, get more comfortable with the whole system. And we'll be good. God, I downloaded the so close to growing a level. I need to use my skills too. I downloaded the cheat engine because I was really, really tired of not being able to like take good screenshots from the ground and like having to like screw around with the whole thing. Because you have to like back yourself up against this and then turn off the HUD and then, oh, that's not good. So then you got to move it, build something else behind you, back yourself up into it till the game does this. And so I finally was like, I want to be able to film and like make some cinematic stuff for this game, which you can't really do without the mod because there's no good system. Like a lot of people do base tours of them like gliding past it, and I'm like, that is so hard to see that it's just pointless. I was like, screw it. I'm going to learn the stupid cheat engine so I can use it just to make videos on the game. And they actually came out with an update, so it's actually pretty good now. It actually, like, the flying system is not just like jumping and hovering, like it's an actual float system now that you can like kind of do flybys. So I think that'll be pretty nice. It's dark down here. Very dark. Should thinking of some fire sort of thing in here. Just something that looks cool, similar, not like a forge necessarily, like what I have up top. Not like this thing quite, but I do like the idea of maybe continuing this pattern. Luderav was also talking to me about making this lava effect sort of seep into the this bottom area, which could be kind of cool. I don't know. My son woke up. No, why he hasn't slept at all today. He should be out. Of course, right when I start streams. Every time. He's totally fine until I need to start streaming. Every time. Okay. Trying to think how I want to start laying this stuff out. If I remember correctly, that is like, yeah, the max. Either, yeah. I think these are built all the way to the edge. Alright, perfect. What's up, John? How's it going? So, I think a weathered stone. I don't know if I want the weathered stone back like this. Guess I could be kind of cool actually. Take the polished granite. Just do like one layer maybe. that way. Something to like dig into, essentially. Create some more depth in this build. I think it'll be good. Doing all right. Doing all right. Long day, but definitely a long day. But we're here now, right? Back on Enshrouded? Of course, of course. This is going to be the main game that we play on streams. But I do plan on throwing some Grounded in here and there. It just won't be the mainstay. That's about furthest layer. Been building on Terraria. Terraria. Never played Terraria. I can't say never, but I haven't played hardly any. It's just like a 3D build system more is all, I think, is what I've learned. Four. Isn't that far off centered? Is that what I've got going on here? I need to build this wall over. That's what it was. Yeah. I was like trying to remember how I was planning on getting this to work right. Actually, it's just this is moved over for the 1, 2, 3, 4 in between. Not mistaken. Just because we're like barely not centered. I mean, as you saw, 4 blocks off from being perfectly centered because this just happened. Got to do a little bit of cheat work to make it look right. Gotta have that nice symmetry. Did we? Weathered. And not enough. Used the wrong block. If I could see. Look at that. Who'd have guessed? You use torches, you can build better. What? Genius. Only I would have known. Like 4 blocks. Definitely need to introduce some more materials down in this area, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, does that go through? Dang it. I don't think you'll be able to notice, but we'll see. Doubt it. Probably cover a lot of that up with the luminescent growth and stuff that I'm going to be messing with. Might get some Stardew Valley stuff on the channel at some point. My wife's gotten back into it past week or so. So I might play in a bit of our free time with her. See how it goes. Make a cool base of some kind. Oh, okay. Run right off the edge. Forgot haven't built anything over there. I think I should be able to get these to look right though. We'll see. A little bit more clearing out to do. Yeah, should be fun. So glad I figured out that you could do that with these blocks. Probably want to get rid of those too. Clear. Yeah, that is the ice actually, like right above the base. As funny as that is. Showing through. So we'll mess with some fun stuff down here at some point. Oh. What the? And do it myself, apparently. Okay. Now the question is, measure this correctly. 1, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost fell in the hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. What did I do? All weathered stone and just one block above? Yeah. Find myself pressing all the wrong buttons because I played grounded. And then I made the grounded base, the go to base build guide, and was like all grounded right now. It's definitely hard to play multiple games at the same time. Alright, so maybe fill these in. Just see what we're working with. Definitely faster ways to do what I'm doing right now, but okay. Don't tell anyone. Also working on a channel trailer, which will be fun. Hoping to have that out in the next couple days or so. It's a tough balance of like doing things like that and also staying up on like actual content. Little of everything. Okay. We're all matched up, I think. think. Yeah, I need this to feel slightly less like a dungeon, more like a pimped out armory. We'll get there, but... No. Have to do that. Oh, perfect. There are ones I placed. Not all of them, at least. I guess better than it was, right? Oh, those aren't holes. Alright, we're good. No room for smarts with the 12-person or 12 viewer rate. Thank you, thank you. Hope everyone's having a good night. Doing well. What's Rubble doing here? Hi. I was dropped off here. Welcome in, welcome in. You've not seen the channel before? Timber Builds. I build cool things. We are... Why? I keep doing that. We are currently working on some Enshrouded mega builds. This is a bit of our armory that we're working on, and I'm in the process of making a giant city, but got a long ways to go. The detailing in this game's insane, so... I do like this armor set, right, Horror? It's pretty good. Yeah. This is the words. This is going to be a big armory to show off. There's a ton of different armor sets in this game, so we'll be showing them all off. How does this feel compared to Grounded for builds? It's better in many ways, also not as good in others. The detailing in voxel is like so much cooler, and I love Grounded. I have 3,000 hours in Grounded building, so I can't say that I don't absolutely love it. It's not one of my top games ever, but it's very limiting. There's only so many materials. There's only so many build pieces. There's a lot of restrictions in the building, which makes it fun because it's still it's a different type of challenge to build. You kind of have to like work to break the game, which is what I was kind of doing in the long run, is just seeing what I could like make work that shouldn't. But Enshrouded's like voxel system, the decorations like clipping into everything, the terrain like terraforming, every piece of it is like what I've always wanted in a game, in a building game. And the game itself, I think, is slightly less enjoyable. The like combat mechanics and stuff, I do enjoy Grounded's better, but the building is like so next level. It's just everything looks phenomenal, and I've barely even like touched hardly any of the building in this game. There's so many materials and decorations, and every time they add an update, they add more stuff. So it feels like it's getting crazier and crazier, and we're like just in early access. Freeform fantasy, exactly. It is like incredibly cool. And so yeah, we're on the Mistberry catacombs, and so we're gonna build a city that takes up this entire thing. It's gonna be insane. But I think we're a year or more until we get all that built, because it's really slow going. Hopefully I get faster and faster at building as well, but currently it's slow going while I'm learning all the blocks and how the voxels work, and the decoration placement's really interesting and different. There's just options. There's so many options. Waiting for Shrouded to hit 1.0, but it looks really fun and very flexible. Yes, it's really good. Yeah, the merging essentially is like... I love using these so far. So you can place blocks with the hammer, which is completely its own system, very similar to just building with like Minecraft, building with boxes, little squares. You're just at a much smaller scale. And then once you're out of that, all of the decor items are in their own sort of system. So you can place anything sort of within a wall. It still sort of follows a grid. So it's not maybe like 100% free for like windows and stuff, but then if you do some of the other items, like these have pretty much complete freedom. And if you're patient enough, you can do some really fun stuff that I've like kind of just started messing with. So pretty much unlimited freedom, well, but there's just like a tiny, tiny bit. Did I throw my torch? No plot, just building. It's like there is a plot. It's not the focus. I don't know. It's really weird. I've never really played. It's like just quests. So you're just like, it's close. It's less RPG, even though it feels like Grounded is more story focused. This is more just like quest, loot and grab, and there's not really any story per se. You're just like, the story is going and getting the survivors and clearing the shroud, and it's different. It's definitely different, but the building's so good that it makes it really fun. And like the new areas they've added and stuff are incredible. They're really cool. The Blackmire's been really cool. I mean, and there's so much more, and they just keep adding stuff, so it's getting really good. Oh yeah. In the first release. It is slightly story lacking though, so if you're a big story person, it's definitely going to be a little funky. Maybe not everyone's go-to, but I think most of it is just so fun that I don't even care. As long as you kind of like building, you're going to have a good time. And they do make it very flexible in terms of like builds and all the like combat based stuff that you can do is still very, very interesting. Dang it. This game makes me fiend hard for whatever the 5th update will be. I mean, all they had to say for me was first person, and I was like, I'm in. I've been talking about first person every stream I've played this game so far. It needs it. It really needs a free cam as well. And then it's like golden. Come on. It's a little finicky sometimes trying to get this stuff to clip. Did you get those dots of lack of fog? Wait, what? How did you get those dots of lack of fog of 4 on the map in the middle restricted boundary between... I'm assuming I just flew into it and died. I was trying to, like, if you can see, I mean, I like walked the edges trying to clear everything out, and I think I was screwing around seeing what I could find in there. I think it's probably it. It's restricted, but it's like, you have like 7 seconds of a game to treat like a sandbox. Yeah, it really is. It's really good. The map's incredible too. Like, everything, the terrain, and like because everything's like built for this game. So they've designed every single piece of flora and fauna and dungeon and house, everything. It's actually insane. No. Is it there? That seems weird. Alright. Hide our crimes. I think that's what I did on this side. Thank you for the follow, Crow Feathers. 9 dots worth of shown map in the middle of the restricted. Yeah, I'm assuming that's just me being stupid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. I'm assuming, yeah, that was just me flying into there. And then dying. I tried way too hard to like get rid of all of the Fog of War stuff, and it's driving me insane. I just want a clean map, because it looks horrible right now. I haven't even explored everything up here yet. The new area is so big. Oh, yeah, and then one raised, but they all are. Oh, dang it. That's what I'm doing wrong. It's like, why is it, what it feels off? Yeah. Thought I did something. I think I was just trying to fly to that like floating island base thing they have now. But I don't really remember anything of importance. Pretty bland right now. I tend to just run around like an idiot and like hardly do any of the story properly. Hello? Yeah, just kind of red. Eh. Yeah, I assumed it would be pretty hard to like actually get to the floating castle thing. But I'm assuming that is the next update, is something to do with that. Sometimes. The free placement is a little funky at times, but overall it's not been too bad. Sometimes you have to place things and then build kind of around them. Hope they never even add stability mechanics. I don't have any inclination that they will. I don't think they have any desire to make building more complicated. If anything, it's just going to get better and easier. I highly doubt there's going to be any forms of like raids or anything as well. Since the whole idea is that you place this flame shrine, which protects you from everything going on. That would be kind of weird to take that safety net away. I've always been one to be like, I don't have any, there's no reason for raids. I didn't need them in Grounded either. They are just annoying most of the time. Okay. I want to design some type of little bridge that's going to go across here. I'm not sure how yet, so I don't want to go too crazy. I don't even know. I have so many things going on in my head between trying to figure out all the cool things you can build, what materials I like, all the different things. Okay, that's just centered. Why did I do this size? Nobody knows. Doesn't really matter. Assuming that's going to match on this side. I don't know, though. One of these, I guess. Love building an Icarus, but spoiled by the lack of stability mechanic we have here. Definitely implemented in Icarus and works against you in some designs. Yeah. I mean, Grounded was the same way. Most games are similar to that. I really? Oh, that was right. What do I have going on over here? Interesting. I can understand some levels of... Now we are off one. Dang it. Slightly. I can understand why games do it. I just don't have a whole lot of enjoyment out of it. Personally. This is where first person is needed. That would be a lot easier. Ah, this is gonna be weird now. Dang it. Knew there was gonna be some slight challenges for us being just slightly off at this center of this. I'm amazed at how how close I got completely by accident. But it is going to cause issues being slightly off. Okay. Thought that was going to delete those. It doesn't feel like it today. Right, gotta build this back. But... there. Here. Okay. Free cam slash free place building sometime soonish. Saw a YouTube short from Keen the other day on free cam. They talked about, so I guess, depends on which one you've seen. There's one specifically going over the fact that they're adding first person, which is great. There's also been some YouTube short, TikTok, all that, going over specifically, they're talking about wanting, it was like the TikTok editor or producer dude, they made a comment about like that person complaining that there's no free cam, which is why I'm really surprised that they ended up with first person cam before free cam. But yeah, so at least we're 100% the next update we're getting first person, so that's good. But we really need a build cam, like free build cam, and photo mode. Photo mode would be very, very nice. But we'll see. Yeah. I mean, like, literally, like, this little thing where I was trying to play. Like, anytime you're trying to play something like this, you're just like, I can't see below myself. It's quite annoying at times. Oh, very glad they're at least already working on that stuff. I think we're going to have to make this like jut right like this. Which adds to the intensity of seeing it, you know? You're not just walking straight into it, so I think it'll be fine. Be a fun little transition I can make. They did say photo mode is coming with that as well. Let's go. That's huge. So needed. Two, so this is like what, one short? Two wider? Yeah. Nice thing is like every update, there's just something incredible that gets added. The decorations have gotten better. The quality of life is getting better every time. Like each piece of it's getting just better and better. And we can make those entrances look a lot cooler. For some reason I just felt... made my heart drop when I fell in this little tiny hole for a second. I could find you a link if you want, but it's just a 1-minute YouTube short where they mention it. I mean, all good. They mentioned it. I'm happy. That's all I care about. How much easier it'd be to make thumbnails and stuff for this game, like like that. Well, I gotta change it. That the block, please. Perfect. Do one of these. Clean this up. Actually, that stays. Undo is incredible. I work too fast for my own good most times. Oh. Maybe don't delete those, I don't know. Don't worry about it. Okay. Just trying to replicate this as good as I can. One of these and two. Means it goes to the right, which can be interesting. Actually, guess I should figure out the floor distance first. Lined up. It's one of these and two more. Okay. Struggle bless. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to cut that mycelium and stuff around. Building a massive 8-story hollow hall style crypt from the collector for the collector in my village right now. Nice. I've seen some really cool stuff that people have sort of done to like make cool places for the collector. He has the right like vibe for everything. Really like how grand those tall style structures are. Yeah, I'm excited to... although I'm having fun with my little Dwarven underground, it feels like I'm obligated to sort of mess with the underground terrain terraforming stuff. Like, it just is fitting. But I'm excited to build my like big castle I want to work on here soon. I think it's gonna be pretty epic. Like, we should just do one of these. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe like, oh, he has my fave mats and vibe with those blocks. Yeah, it's very fitting. Or he like fits the theme of that whole block, which is cool. Yeah, the collector. I guess the other question is this actually the material I want to build this out of? I gotta regret this. I'm gonna build out everything, but so we went one more, then stairs, which now will be even. Yes. Yikes. Ooh. Almost just took out the floor under my feet. Wouldn't be the first time I've died down here doing dumb things like this. Get rid of that part. What? Dude, why is it double placing? There. Like placing like 2 or 3 things at once for some reason. Hunter seems to not like or trust him, which I thought was interesting. I honestly have like messed so little. Like I've purely been building. So I'm like barely have any idea of what the character or the NPCs do and stuff. Essentially just like unlocked everyone and then started building. Definitely goes further that way, does it not? Oh. Like I want them to be super even, but they're just gonna be a little weird, I think, no matter what I do. I guess it's just to the distance of the stairs, so. Been like watching videos on the lore and stuff to keep up with it all because there's just so much stuff. It's also hard because it's not necessarily presented in a like super easy to follow way. The way they design the like questing systems and everything. Be a little hard to follow all of it. Yeah, the builds are the priorities. How we roll. Okay. Now that's at the right set. That words? I don't know anymore. Yeah. First person. Please. Fill these in. Get rid of that, I think. Not strictly following the quests. Literally, it can be a dude. I wish you were here for the stream that I did, the Howling Peak, Albany Heights stuff. I don't think I followed anything. it was the most haphazard, just like ADHD stream I've ever done. It was like I climbed up mountains to get everywhere. I was like, I got to the top where the new boss is, and then went and flew from here to get to all the strongholds to get the fires lit, the bale fires. So it's like I did everything completely the opposite of how you're supposed to, the intended route. Which is why I think I enjoy the game, because it just lets me play. I'm not punished, like, and maybe I don't follow the lore necessarily amazing well, but there's no punishment necessarily for just haphazardly running like around the map like an idiot. And I appreciate that. It was pretty funny. But I had a lot of fun just running around like an idiot. So, like, I don't feel bad for playing like a psychopath. Alright, so what? We just change these, and that'll essentially hide. What I've done here is we are 4 blocks off. Just totally random from how I built this whole thing. Just said, oh, that's pretty much the center. Not thinking I would ever hit this part. So now we're kind of working backwards to make this work a little bit better. It is a task, I will say. And the nice thing is it can kind of just... Wait. Using the wrong blocks. Do that a lot, I've noticed. Wish... Place that block. That would be nice. I didn't really think about that. I don't think you could terrain... Mycelium is a terrain block, unfortunately. Now, of course, I think to fit the lore that I'm going for, I think we will be most likely adding a bit of our own luminescent growth just to fit the story and like the vibe that I'm going for. So... Yep. Every time. Why don't I put a... stupid thing down here? To die. Every time. Good times. Good times. Yeah, the luminescent. I'm talking about the luminescent growth. This block. This thing. I'm going to be placing that. Since you can't place the mycelium, I have to kind of like make... To tell the story that I want to tell with the shroud taking over, I can really only use the luminescent growth. In ages when we get there, it'll all make sense, but we're a ways off. That's so hard to tell what's the block I'm trying to delete. Don't fall. Please don't fall. Hello, why is this not going further away? There. It's like so annoying. Like if I forget, gotta turn off the snapping and all that stuff. I always forget. Come on. Fall off into the hole. Please. Alright, there we go. Alright, as long as we clean this up, I'm sure it'll look fine. May not be perfectly centered, but I think it'll provide the effect that I'm going for. The point where you probably won't really notice that they're uneven. Yeah, it's not bad. Need a light up there so I can actually see that side. I want more light sources is one thing I would really like right now. It is terrain. The mycelium. The mycelium is like a resource block. It's not a terrain. Why, when you do this, you don't get any block. Because you have to mine it with a pickaxe to get it, and then you can't place it. Alright, so I mean, they're a little off, and it's semi-noticeable, but it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. We'll be fine. Yeah, because I extended the left side to match the right. Yeah, to center everything. Okay. Just trying to make a sense out of it. But I honestly like the way the luminescent block looks anyways. In my next YouTube video that I'm going to be working on for Enshrouded, I'll be building with the luminescent block. I think it's going to be really cool. Be a fun one. Those two off the wall. Out. Funky. I'll do this. That cord. Good. This. Yeah, that works. Perfect. Yeah, and then you don't necessarily hit your head, and the fact that this wall kind of pushes out is totally fine. I don't want to make this maybe feel... I'm going to have to build... I could see down here better. Thinking like, before I fall off the edge, recreating these little pillars down here, sort of to help make this part of the build actually feel like it's cohesive. It's not just this like thing that I added. Try to make it more intentional. Come on. There we go. And ruin these. Stairs. Just two. Ends up working like perfect. Like the bottom where you can't build anymore is like right here. Ended up working so... This whole piece has been so random how well it's worked out. I'm still kind of like in awe that this is actually working by accident. Alright, we'll go build those stairs. So kind of fit the same vibe if you've, if anyone's a Lord of the Rings fan. When they are in Khazad-dûm. There's like the staircases that are like, they have to like jump from and stuff. And this. There. I'd have to clean that stair up, don't I? Oh no, I used the small ones to not make the mess to... Question is... 1 proud, okay. Definitely learning you have to be extremely deliberate when you're building in this game, or else it is really, really easy to screw everything up. Essentially, could maybe make these a little thinner. There we go. They don't quite visually take up so much space. Also makes it feel maybe a little more treacherous. I think you're gonna fall to your death. Skinnier these little bridges are. Which I don't hate. Hey Josue, what's up? How's it going? What are you building inside of? Where is that place? I didn't catch the start of stream. So we're in the Mistberry Catacombs. And so my original plan, we are building a massive city, because I liked that it was this sort of like lonely mountain. I mean, this whole thing is like its own little safe haven from everything, so it feels like a very natural place to build a massive city and kingdom and stuff. And it just happens to be on top of the Mistberry Catacombs. And then... by starting with this like Dwarven smith area, and then we went into the crafting room and then the armory underneath that is currently what I'm working on, I accidentally lined it all up essentially perfectly with the Mistberry Catacombs. So I thought, why not tie that treasure room, I guess is what you could call it, whatever you want, but that's where the end of the Mistberry quest line goes to. I think I still even have one of them, like, that I haven't finished properly. Yeah, the Queen's Tomb quest, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Enter and loot the locked room. So, by doing that quest and building this city, I'm essentially creating my own story. And when I rebuild this flame altar area, I'm going to be doing, like I was saying, the luminescent growth is going to be taking over and coming from down in the crypt. And I'll be using the luminescent growth to sort of create, like, the shroud's infection spreading. And since it happened to work out perfect, kind of the story that I'm messing with in my head is that, like, the original builders, like, found this and looted the crypt, and then that's what released the trap, essentially. It released the shroud, and then it's going to be sort of like fractured and going up through the walls and stuff from this tombstone. And I happened to build, as I was saying, this is my main teleport flame altar. So the idea is that it went straight up because I think it's literally like the flame altar is like right there, or right in here somewhere. It's right. It might be right in the middle here. Either way. So it's going to be taking that over, and then once you get out to this area, be some cool luminescent growth, and it looks really sick. It like glows at night and stuff, and then it'll be coming out of this flame altar throughout here, and then fracturing its way up and taking over the castle as well. And there's going to be like a floating, corrupted, semi-corrupted castle. I'm not sure how far it's going to go or not yet, but it's going to be like, since this already to me sort of looks like the ground was ripped up or something, like it was really weird how there's like just these like random blocks placed, which is perfect. So I'm going to make it look like the castle's being ripped out of the ground and floating. And then it's going to have this really cool glowing effect at night that looks like it's being like taken over from the bottom. I think it's going to be really cool. I have a lot of ideas floating in my head, so I'm really excited to get started on them. But I kind of want to get the main crafting area. The armory may or may not get finished right away. I kind of just working on this because that's what I was working on. I had this idea, really wanted to get my storage room made, and then I have all these other ideas going that I want to start on as well. But I just happened, since I built this little space, and I knew I wanted to do an armory, I just started working on it. But I might switch to the castle here soon, because I'm really excited to build. I gotta get some of these ideas out of my head sooner than later. And I think it fits with the whole, like, the shroud consumes and takes over everything. It's like an infection. I think it's going to be really interesting, sort of messing with that concept. Realized I used the wrong blocks here, too. Storage video is the timeline I came into your subs along. What? Oh, like you came into the conversation when I was talking about the storage area? Is that what you're saying? Okay. That's when that's when you found the channel. Okay. Very nice. Ah, funny, you showed up at the same exact time that I was raided, so I kind of just assumed that you were part of the raid. Funny. But that was all on Twitch. I'm dual streaming right now. Didn't even notice. Glad you've been following though. It's been a fun little series. I'm really enjoying this game. It's very good, especially for early access. I'm just really hoping it pops off when it goes to console. I'd love it if a lot more people played this game. There's just like, I can't think of another building game that like even touches it at this moment. It's complicated. It's very like, there's a lot going on. So I can definitely see how people would be maybe overwhelmed by it. The build system, the reason I didn't play it like right off the bat is because it was really overwhelming to start with. Or how far we want to go. But it's been really, really fun. Just the more I've messed with it, the better it gets, is what I'm kind of figuring out. I don't want these bridges to take over too much. Didn't know what to expect, but never imagined it could be this good. Yeah. It is... it feels like a finished, polished game. It doesn't necessarily feel like there's maybe enough story quite yet for it to be a finished, polished game, but the, like, gameplay, other than some lag that I get here and there, which I think a lot comes from, like, torches and lighting and stuff that I just was spamming everywhere. The building already feels like all it needs is more. All they need is more blocks and more decorations, and it just gets better every single update from there. Which they've already said they're doing, essentially, so. And I have a feeling... I mean, I'd be kind of surprised if it's not in early access till at least the end of the year. That's just me pulling a date out of my rear end, but take that with a grain of salt. But that's just kind of what it feels like to me. Definitely gonna have to mess with all this. I don't even know if I need bridges up there or not. This kind of makes sense, though. Like, what's the point of running? Oh, yeah, I do, because I'm doing more up here. That's right. It'll be like 2 levels of... There'll be armor stands. I have to figure out how many armor sets there are. There's so many. I don't even know at this point if I have enough space to do all the armor sets the way I want. That part's going to be interesting. And like so I played Grounded. That was my main thing, and it just was so good, but I came in way too late. Like, I missed all the early access and stuff. And so it was like, felt bad. I was so behind the curveball, so I'm really hoping that this game has a really good trajectory of viewership and people wanting to play it, because it was so fun, like building with a bunch of people and doing base tours for Grounded and all that stuff when it was super hyped. I'd love to just continue that. And Josue, sorry, I read your comment and then got totally distracted. Your resource world is not respawning. Are you reloading? Like, are you pasting the world, the same files you downloaded over the old ones? Like, it won't respawn. Like, you have to physically go to where you saved everything and copy the downloaded world, essentially, world save, and you just repaste it every time you want to reload it. So it's literally just pasting it over the top. And it won't affect your save. It'll just repaste over that world and start it over, essentially, with every chest full. The updates come basically around every 3 to 4 months, or what's the frequency? It's only been around for 1 year, right? 4 big updates in that time bodes well for us that love it. Yeah, I would say 3 to 4 months. If not closer to 3 months. But definitely, I don't think it's gone longer than 4 months. Yeah, I copy and paste and replace the 22. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, as long as maybe try re-downloading his file and then just pasting it over again, potentially. That'd be my only guess. Because I paste over it all, like every day, all the time. I'm blow through those materials. I might get the next in March or April then. I think we'll get it sooner, actually. I'd be since they're already teasing stuff, like, I feel like the last update they teased in the Albanese Heights was out within a month, if that. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we get it, like, late February. I feel like they did 3 or 4 like decent little teasers of the Albanese Heights stuff. So I think it's very possible it's sooner. Very possible. I guess everything, it depends on what they're adding, depends on how much story. There's a lot of factors, I guess. So like, as always, take things with a grain of salt, but I'm pretty hopeful that it's going to be sooner than later. Honestly. Call me crazy, but I got respect. I think they're gonna bust it out pretty quick. I'm amazed that I was not expecting like information that fast as well. Just like them throwing out a little teaser of the first person camera. Like it's been about 2 months, I think, since the Albanese Heights stuff was released, so. Very possible. I'm pretty hooked too, so I know the feeling. Didn't realize that's what that was doing. Slightly off. Must have done something wrong because it's not working. That's so random. If you got it to work, like, it's just copying and pasting. So it's like, you shouldn't really have to do anything. Like, I'm assuming you ran out of items or whatever, you know? And you're just trying to reload it. It might be better back one. Dang it. Then it's off. Yuck. Don't know. Yeah, we'll, I guess we'll just see what happens with the release date of this new stuff, but I'm ready. Definitely ready. There's no way that's lined up. So close, but so far. Heading the right way, though. Like, Josue, did you got into the world, I'm assuming, right? Grabbed some stuff and took it back to your own world? Because if you've done that, I'm extra confused. That's the hard part. Yeah, see, that makes no sense. Like, I actually cannot think of anything. So dumb. Ugh. Yeah, I can't think of anything that would make it. If you got the world, it's set up correctly, you know? So then it's just a matter of copying and pasting. So weird. I'm no computer genius, but it definitely doesn't make sense. Alright, that maybe will look a little bit better. It's so skinny. And dig into the walls to put the armor set. And we'll do some cool fancy stuff with this wall. Got some ideas. Actually, that's where the lava could come out. Or the luminescent growth. That could be really interesting too. Or what it looks like down here. Are we gonna try the video and doing everything again? Cool, cool, cool. It's just so weird because it's like once you download that save file, like nothing, unless like maybe you deleted one of the pieces. Like this, it's like, I don't know, 7 or 8 plus files. That's like 22 or whatever. Like the only thing I can think of is like you deleted that. Or one of those, and maybe it's not loading properly now, which seems super weird, but very weird. Can't decide if I want like lava downstairs. Probably should go lava. The luminescent growth's cool, but I think in a slightly different spot it's better. Fixed it? Let's go. What was wrong? Now I'm curious. I can breathe again. I mean, the nice thing is it's like not the end of the world. Oh, it does glow underground. That's sick. Makes it tempting. But I think I need to make this lava. Even though this is sick. The next room will be this, so it'll be fine. But does that not look beautiful? So yeah, so this luminescent growth will sort of be crawling up the walls. Which it kind of works already because they have these things like already in here, which are kind of bluish, but yeah, it'll all be kind of like coming out of this and going up the walls, looking crazy. It's gonna be interesting. I have no idea. I just did the video step by step. Hey, sometimes that's what it takes, I guess, you know? Sometimes. This stuff might need to get to be the same thickness as this. Probably look better. Copy that. I might do that. I'm going to have to do that for sure. Copy this little detail going around. That'll make it look way cooler. Make it all fit, at least. The blow glue, the blue glow, blow glue. You been blowing glue recently, Timber? Yeah, so I'm thinking. I'll have to figure out like how the best way is to make it like snake and stuff, but I've been messing with it a little bit, and it looks really cool. Especially the fact that it like glows forever down here is like even better. Like so much better. It's kind of like an ancient Egyptian thing where like they like cursed someone or something. Whoa, it like actually goes inside of there. What? It's even better. Oh my god, I'm so excited. That's why I want to work on this castle, because this idea is so, like, interesting to me. Uh-oh. Oops. Well, I went a little too ham, so that's exactly how that looks now. But honestly, that works perfect, that it's just like coming out of it. Be all good. I was a little overzealous there, though. But yeah, that's exactly what I was hoping for, so honestly, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and then I'll just sort of like get out of here. It's definitely gonna be a process. This is why building, although this game's incredible, this is why it's so slow. Like that detailing is insane. The fact that I could do that much detailing is just ridiculous. I just love that it like ties into this like pre-built structure too. I think it's really cool. I think that makes it even more fun because I really like doing that. It's like what I taught everyone to do in Grounded as well. Okay, I feel like there's light emitting from here, and I don't want that. Okay. When you undo the block you're standing on. Lovely. And maybe for people who stick around for the whole stream, I might do a little showcase of the altar. It's a sneak peek. Because it's going to be really sick. I'm like really, really excited about it. That means we should just take these lights out. Get over here. Hello? Jeez. So dark, but that'll make this even better. Actually, let's take these torches down. Screw it. I don't want to see none of this. I want to get the pure effect. So I'm already loving it. Lovely. Although that didn't get rid of that lighting. Gotta be so careful down here. Cannot tell you how many times I've died. It's gotta be this lighting glowing through the wall or something. Definitely don't need all this. I just threw it up for no reason. To give it a little light. Perfect. I think that did it. Yes, it did. Yeah, this is going to be epic. Yeah, so my next video will be on like storytelling and how to build better using storytelling, and this is going to be a large component of that for sure. Honestly, that works great. And I can still always like dismantle this thing. Although I don't know if you can get these exact ones, so I should probably be careful. So sick. Oh, I love it. I think it's turning out better than I ever could have imagined. Honestly. We need a lot more luminous growth, though. I think keeping it one thick wherever I can is probably the way to go, too. Looks a little weird. Super chunky. It's fine that way. It's perfect. Should also remove all this stuff around the flame altar. I want it to like line up as legit as I can. This is a great example of why you build with the blocks and not the individual ones. Or else you end up with tons of these little things you have to go back and destroy. I can actually move the flame altar slightly as well to get it to line up where I want, since it's going to be like down in the ground. What's the block that you used around your altar by chance? This is polished. No, not polished. The granite. This is regular granite. It almost looks exactly the same as polished. They're like near identical until you look, and this is built with like slightly smaller bricks, and this is built with larger stones, essentially. So you can see it right here, actually, is where I've done it. So this is polished granite, and this is just the granite block. So they're pretty similar, but they look really good. It's definitely my favorite block by far, so far, to just build with, and then I like all the other blocks for extra detail. Oops. But so far, I really like the granite blocks. Black like my soul. What? It's my favorite color. I have to clean all this up. You're building massive. Wait, well blocks look good. Yes, I do like the well blocks. I mean, I've used them sparingly, but I have used them. And I like those a lot. I do plan on using those in my castle a bit more. All right, so now I can like dig down and figure out what I'm actually doing. And if I think about it, once night comes around, I'll do a little sneak peek to show the other infected thing that I'm working on that I'm really excited about. I just want to show it off because I'm being impatient. Since I don't know if the video is going to come out like tomorrow. No, it won't be tomorrow, but I might be able to record the building of it tomorrow potentially, and then we'll see where it goes. But I'm really excited to get this altar built because it's sort of the same concept. Also, don't need any of this. Honestly, I mean, I'm building big enough that I think I can make anything look really good because the game just looks really good. Like, I have a 2-year-old who's in a tough phase, let's say, at the moment. So I feel like I hear Phantom crying all the time. Perfect. Actually, this will probably make this a lot easier to build. The way I've done this whole mess. Lovely. Dang it. I understand why it happens when you delete like part of a full-size block. It like turns it all into a single, but it sucks sometimes. Yeah, this is gonna be epic. Epic, epic, epic. Love it. That whole lower area working out makes me really excited about this whole thing. Story is coming together. I think that was something after joining. If anyone's watched any of the Grounded community-based tours, specifically Luderav, building with him and stuff, all over the last year plus, essentially, doing base tours with him, it's just been like every time he just tells this amazing story, and I'm like, that is what I want to do more of. The lore behind why you're building things a certain way makes them really exciting. Swear I filled all this stuff up. I also need to utilize the weathered block. I keep forgetting about it. How to write this down. I don't write things down, I just forget it. So many things. Okay. That's all cleared out, pretty much. I don't know if it's going to be quite this big, but my anti's pretty big. It is pretty big. Probably need to just stick with this. It all gets just infilled back, so it's not that big of a deal. It's going to be hard to get in my chest, so. Your ideas are always big? No way. What are you talking about? Alright, Lude. Can you picture that flame altar I showed you? Your sneak peek, but like down in this thing. And then it's slowly taking that over. Also, did you see the crypt as well? Picturing it. Did you see what I was doing with the crypt? Just gotta find it. You just came in? Oh, it's perfect. So the idea, since we accidentally dug into this crypt, which I know you don't know the story all that well, I think this is going to end up being that lava thing we were talking about. Like, there's going to be some sense of lava or something in here. I just was messing with that because it's cool. But, so I built this out, accidentally tunneled into a pre-built structure, which is the Mistberry Catacombs, which I probably talked about 100 times. I wanted to take that flame altar idea, which I kind of already had, and tie this into it, because this is a pre-built structure, minus this stuff that comes from up there. Everything else in here is all pre-built, every single piece of it. And this is actually a quest where you have to come loot this thing, and you get a shield, I think it is, a weird blue shield. So the idea is that they came in, looted it when they accidentally dug into it. It's very simple, similar to like the Balrog. Like, they dug too deep, they unleashed the terror within. And so the shroud, or whatever was contained, the evil that was contained within this catacomb, why it was behind a locked door and stuff, was bypassed. And then they looted it, and then it is taking over. And it's going to like climb up the ceiling, up to this area, and then that's what's going to be leaking into the flame altar. And then since the flame altar is being corrupted, it's essentially losing its protection. So that's kind of the idea behind the flame altar, and that's why the castle, the Pike's Mead Shield, yeah. And so by interfering or whatever you want to call it, looting, that it will kind of land in here, take over the flame altar, which then allows the corruption to spread further because the flame altar is no longer protecting it because it just happened to be placed dang near. And this is like directly over the top of it, as you saw. So, it's kind of all working out perfect. Quite happy with where the story's going. Yeah, and then so we're essentially going to transfer this cool flame altar that I've sort of almost finished designing, do a little video on it, and then just trying to figure out how I want to make the video. I have a bunch of different ideas, and I don't know if I want to do just like a little let's build and build it, or if I want to talk over it, or whatever. It's got story, it's got epic go snap, what happened to make this happen questions. It's going to be a phenomenal build, yeah. It also fits because I'm going to do a top 10 build tips to build better video for Enshrouded. Once I get further in the build, I got a lot more to learn about the build systems before I'm super confident doing a look at me, I'm an amazing builder video. I know you guys think it, but I want to get really good tips, really useful ones. And part of that is going to be like using storytelling to build better in games, whereas like people end up with these really boring things and they don't really know how to make better builds. And it's like, well, it's the same thing as like, it's boring, but like a bathroom tells a story of how it's meant to be used. And so when you start thinking of it in that level, like you go to the bathroom, you need to go to the bathroom. Then you need a place to clean and wash yourself after you use the bathroom. And although that's a very simple story, that is how you kind of think as an architect. But then when you want to get to that like next level of building, it's creating the story behind why you're building the things you're building to give it reason. And so like the story of this corruption spreading, which is essentially just taking the story of Enshrouded, like that's the whole basis, that the Shroud took over and consumed and infected everything. It fits perfect with a narrative that's already there. And I just kind of spin it in my own direction. And so you have these like cool builds that are going to be interacting with the larger story, and it creates a more interesting detail to build from. Called A Grounded Legend by Grimm. I don't think of myself that way, but I get the humility. Not that good. Oh no, you're very good. I would say you just don't make content. Yes, you make some, but you don't make a bunch of content on it, so you're just not known as a legend as much. But you've been on like so many people's channels. I just make cool content on it, so I think people tend to think of me as a really good builder just because I make content, and they know it. There's a lot of other really good builders out there too. But I don't think I could call myself a much better builder than you. I think I am more suited for the content creation side of base building, is really all it is. I don't think there's a single build that I haven't looked at of yours saying that's every build you make is as epic in its own way compared to mine. Like we have some slightly different styles of like putting stuff together, but overall they're both epic. 100% the same wavelength. I just make content on it, so I think people know me better just because of that. I'm going to put fire in my chimney. What would you recommend to put that will last and not turn off? Is it like you made a chimney like this? Like some square like this? And you want something in the middle of it? Or are you using like some actual chimney? I'm not totally sure. I think honestly you could use pretty much anything. I really like these braziers if they fit within your thing. Give off the biggest flame. So I really like these. These are a lot smaller, but they'd probably be better to fit in a small little space. Also, if you could do the medium, like this is a pretty good fire as well. But like, if your chimney's got like 4 spaces in the middle, then that would also work. But I would tend to say any of the braziers are good bets. I'm gonna have to build some floor out here. Screenshot it and send it in Discord. Cool. But most likely one of the braziers is gonna be your best bet. Except for this brazier, it's too big. Candles are too small. These are okay. If you have something that's like those big braziers are too big, these little the little braziers are pretty good too. Like you could get away with one of those pretty easily. But like these fires are from those really rustic looking braziers I was showing you that are underneath, and none of the braziers lose their fire. I guess maybe if it's raining, it might. I don't know how that function works, honestly. I swear, has it been night once? Do I go underground every single time that night comes? I'm gonna have to spend some time organizing all of this just to be done with it. I haven't put any of the items in the actual chests. I guess the question is for this central area. Whoa, Luda Rev with the 5 gifted. Let's go, man. Thank you. And a hype train. Thank you, man. I think I can destroy this without getting in trouble. Makes it all possible. I'm amazed at how generous everyone in this community has been. Y'all are the best. Makes me want to do things like go to base build guide part 2. Okay, this will work. Any of this matters. OCD. Back and was watching some grounded base tours today, getting that build itch again. I'm just adding fuel to that fire, aren't I, with the Pagoda base build guide coming out finally. I will say I do want to like jump back and forth a bit more. I did have a lot of fun the other night. Just playing something slightly different is a really good time. It definitely like stops the burnout that's pretty easy to feel. You can just build so quick and grounded is the crazy thing. Hard part is all I have left is like housing and stuff, which isn't like super fun. I've exhausted the vast majority of the cool things I want to build in Grounded. And I want to finish the really cool build that I've got going, but also I think I can build things. I think I just need to get further in this build as well. It feels big, but it's very incomplete right now. And I just get more excited the more, like, finishing this room made me so excited. But, like, I feel like this central thing is the only thing that I really have, like, designed right now in this game. Until we get this flame altar in. Then I think that'll be really cool. Where's sand? And these braziers? Might as well. More the merrier. And I don't have to come back up. I think I'm just too excited about the potential of this game and its building mechanics. It's just too good. Much as I love Grounded, this game's getting better and Grounded staying the same is my like current only issue with it. What the? I can literally never get these stinking mushrooms to spawn where I want, but then they spawn like that. What is up, your mom? Welcome in. Yeah, it's kind of the same way. I was excited when I got my first room done in Bagan, then I was back to square one in another room and was like, ugh. It's a very process at times, just because the building's so slow. Oh wait, that doesn't work, does it? It does. Do I want that to show? Probably not. I'm gonna have to maybe add layers. Actually, it's probably easier. I'm really thinking about it. I don't necessarily need all the room I've given myself here, so... Oops. Oh, wait. Wrong block. Wider? That's probably good. I want to get this little center area done. Is this whole area a base you built? Yes. The vast majority of everything to here is me building, like everything up in that way. This specific room is a pre-built structure in the game that I connected my base to, which we're slowly, though I've made these. This is what I'm doing as part of my build. But yeah, everything, including these stairs, like this stuff that goes through up here, this is all me. But then everything else, like all the details and stuff, this is pre-built. And then everything in here's me. Everything. It's not that much, but this room, this, all this stuff. I haven't built in here yet, but I'm going to eventually. Same with the other side. Eventually. And this is where I keep all my villagers trapped for forever. And slowly working the top too. I've been jumping around a lot. My brain is like, can't handle how much stuff I want to build, so I keep just like going nuts and building everywhere. Got the conductor badge, let's go. I don't have one of those, dang it. 5 gifted subs, you know? Once again, dude, that's awesome. You are insane. Thank you. You just wait till you see what's planned. There's so much more to build. And I think this is, although this is good and I think it looks really cool, I think we are only going to get better from here. Definitely only getting better from here. Thank you, Lude. Thank you. It's always nice. One insane dude to another insane dude. One, two, three, four. Dark. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. We are both insane. I'm can agree. I mean, I knew I was insane when I actually went to architecture school. Knowing that everyone was telling me don't do it, it sucks. And it does in some ways. Wait. What if we did... It's one less. These are a little bit smaller. Yeah, I don't think I want them quite as tall on the side ones. But it might need to be like 2 smaller. Slightly more dramatic. Yeah, I think I could live with like that. My dip off. I don't have a bunch of time. Just want to stop in and see what's happening. No worries, man. I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Glad you enjoy the stuff. Definitely been fun. Definitely having a good time. My finization, last nail in the coffin that I knew I was insane, was when I started building. Oh, finalization? Last? I'm assuming. It is definitely true. I didn't think I was quite that insane until the pagoda base happened, and then I'm like, wow, I am... No one, people don't build what I build. Typo? Yeah, all good. I'm the king of typos, dude. I type so bad. Like, so bad. I have the millennial AOL type habits where you just like spammed everything as fast as humanly possible and no one cared because you were just abbreviating everything. And oh yeah, that's the look. Getting worse the older I get. Brain moves faster than my fingers. Dude, that is like a legit issue. I seriously... It is like... Did you see... Let me know. It's fixed now. Did you notice the issue on my thumbnail for the Pagoda Base build guide? If you notice that, you will see my biggest flaws. I freaking messed that up, and I was so mad at myself for such a dumb... I do it all the time. Nope, never saw it. Oh, it is... I have this, like, dyslexic typing habit where I switch the same 2 letters in the same 3 to 5 words every time. So I type the as T-E-H, and in that thumbnail, it was T-E-H. It was like how to build ultimate. It's like how to build ultimate pagoda base was the thumbnail title, that like the little title on the thumbnail, and I'm like, ugh. And I do it at work. Luckily, my boss does not care at all. I only do it in we use Teams chat to talk to each other and ask questions and stuff throughout the day. And I always do, instead of just J-U-S-T, I do J-S-U-T. And it's like, my typing habit flips those 2 letters every single time without pause. Like, it is every time I type those words, and I have to go and change them so often. I do, instead of for, I do fro a lot too. But it's, yeah, some of those just like smaller 3-4 letter words, I always screw up something like that. Always. It drives me nuts that I do it. How deep do we want this lava? Like 1 deeper? Probably. Well, let's see what's upstairs, I guess. I also have to place the braziers first, don't I? Must be a millennial thing. I have the same issues. Yeah, I think it's just the, like, growing up with all the instant messaging chats and stuff. It was so easy to just go insane when you were typing. I would call that too deep, which I like that depth. Especially because it's probably going to have the same detailing around it. That is like one of the most annoying things I do, though. I hate. It is constant. Yeah, that'll work. And it'll come out of here somewhere. I've seen a couple people do like water fountains out of the like dragon heads and stuff. Let's go get one. I think this could be sick. Oh yeah, Josue sent me. Oh, so you're saying the fireplace. Yeah, I would say those braziers that I showed you that I'm using actually, Josue, right at this moment. The really janky bent metal looking ones. Still to this day, prefer T9 opposed to a keyboard. Yeah, sometimes. My issue with the key, I'm so bad on my phone now because I type so incredibly fast that it doesn't register some of the inputs when I'm like clicking. So it just ends up being gobbledygook. Yeah, one of those. I saw someone use this and I have no problem taking that idea. Assuming that's what that is, right? Oh, that's the pike one. What is it? Oh, that's this one. This one? Yeah. Gotta be one of the dragons. They just look better. Like, it would look probably good coming out of the mouth of one of those, but these are just cooler. Oh, it's so big. Holy. Okay. May not be that. That could be acceptable sizing. It's so big, though. Like, holy cow, that's big. These end up being shorter or smaller. Wouldn't suck if they were slightly smaller and a different. Same, yeah. Bronze could work, I guess. Ugh. Not happy about it, but it might work. They're smaller. They're not smaller. Wait, is that smaller? Those are the same. No, they're not. It is smaller. Am I crazy? That head looks insane, though. Are they smaller or not? That's definitely bigger than the bronze one, but these don't look... Why are these the same size? Oh, maybe it's because this one's placed one backwards. Maybe it is bigger. Oh, yeah, that's bigger. Okay. Can I get away? What do the actual heads look like? Yeah, so probably not using the bronze because I don't think it looks cool. It's not cool enough. Will I regret that? Keep going to the wrong chests. Like that silver one myself, but the bronze may work better color-wise. With lava, I vastly prefer the other option, but I was like, why are those not combined? It 100% looks better in silver, but it's so big is my only issue. That doesn't look right for lava to come out of. This is way too big. Both of these are too big. The silver's so good, though. You just think of it now. Something like that. Just looks like he's puking. Sec. Gotta use cheat engine part of it. Wonder how this works. Go. Oh, what? That good. Then. Oh, yeah. Knew I'd figure it out. Perfect. Definitely looks like he's just kind of throwing up, but you know, we'll figure it out. It'll look better when it's there, but I guess maybe this will look better. The bronze doesn't look bad, but the silver's just cooler. I don't know. Guess I just broke them all. Definitely don't need the Fell Dragon ones. That's what I wanted to use. I guess you're gonna be able to light that up. Maybe. The world may never know. I definitely don't want that. I really wish you could scale these down. The hair. Only one way to find out. That's tends to be how I do it. Contrast is better with the silver, yeah. If I can make it work. What? Where did I get that? I don't want that. Nobody asked for this turd. Oh, that's what I did. Placed it wrong. The silver's way cooler. It's just bigger. Which may or may not work. I don't know. This would be better because its mouth is open. So it's this like... way better. But... it's absolutely too large. That's about... if it was this size, the mouth open look would be perfect. But it is not. It's just too big. Oh, we'll see. I should be able to sneak a little brazier or torch in there in some way, like one of these maybe. If I can't fit one of the big braziers. Should be fine. Is it night yet? What the heck? Small torch? Could be that too. Might as well bring one, right? Only have 700, so... it's probably fine. Yeah, nothing else is going to be as easy to place, so... actually, I keep doing that. I can just go down here. Shortcut. Why have I been wasting my time running back and forth? Like a loser. Oh yeah, this is going to be way too big. Oh, wait a second. That fits way better than I thought it was going to. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. It fits perfect. Maybe a little higher. Oh, it's perfect. I don't know if I could have asked for it to fit that well. I mean, like too big in context in the place you're gonna put it. Yeah, Chris, you're one step ahead of me there. It's perfect. It looked so much bigger in the other server for some reason. I don't know why. That fits perfect. I think you could have planned that any better if you try. Dude, I am telling you right now, there is like the hand of God on this build right now. I won't say that everything has been perfect, but it's in a way like everything has lined up so freaking well by total accident. The fact that I like just started, I came down and built that set of stairs and placed the flame altar where I did, and that it's happened to work out. It's 4 blocks off. So it's not perfect, but in all reality, like the fact that I accidentally broke into this area and already had this like shroud idea, like infesting, like it's perfect. It's so, obviously you're supposed to be building this build. It seriously feels like that. Cause like the stairs are just slightly off. But it's so dark that you can't tell. So it's like, other than that, everything else is perfectly lined up, and it like I'm it's absolutely insane how this build's just coming together and working. It's like better than I could have ever dreamed. Actually, like kind of blown away by the whole thing right now. This is why I'm building an Enshrouded and not Grounded right now. Because it feels like this build is destined to be. At the end of the day, that is how I'm feeling right now about this whole thing. Kind of insane. All through there. I think we're good. There's just no better feeling than when a build just kind of works. And then we have to move in. Build up like that. One of those. One of those. Perfect. Gonna look crazy when it's done. Dude, I'm so freaking happy with how this base is turning out. I can't even... It's so slow. I want to see what it'd be like, maybe a little taller. Probably lower. I think centered's good. There's just that feeling. It's the same way the sandbox. The sandbox was like this thing that was like meant to be in my brain for some reason. Like everything turned out. All I had was this vision that I was going to build this cool city. It never in a million years was like anywhere near in my mind what it ended up being. Not once did I go, this is going to be this massive castle, and shot like, let's rebuild the sandbox. That'll be cool. And it all just worked. It's insane. Okay. So now gotta get down under. We need more polished granite soon. No, there's no better feeling than when a build just starts coming together. Eating things I didn't want to eat. Okay, that all works. To remember how close these can be. I think we gotta go one block up. Yeah, definitely. Question. One high in the middle and two lower on the ends. One high in the middle and two lower on the ends. Where? You would have to expand your lava pit. What do you mean? One high in the middle and two lower on the ends? Are you saying like this thing I just did? These things? Or like one higher here. Two more dragon heads? Like dragon heads here? Huh? Just like this? That doesn't place. But I'm assuming one higher in the middle and two lower. So you're essentially, this goes up one, those stay the same. That. Higher. Not bad. Almost need to be one higher, maybe. They're not so in the ground. But it could... It could... Okay, idea. Got me thinking. Oh, they're not centered. Frick. But they could be... Same diff. anything. Torches. There. You got me thinking. So these ones create these mini lava paths that feed maybe into this. Maybe, I actually think like maybe this. There you go. Yeah. No, you did. I was kind of like looking at it like maybe 3 would be the way to go, but I was like, it might be overkill. But now with that, the mini lava trails like feeding into it, I think that looks sick. And they fit perfect in the little things I made, right? Like they almost feel like they are meant to be there. Now we're gonna have enough done that I can make a cool thumbnail for this area. That's been my struggle, is I've been moving so slow. I haven't had enough. I keep calling it like making a giant armory, and then I'm like, but I never, not far enough to use that as a thumbnail yet. Yeah, it does work too well, 100%. Okay. And this place like really feels like it needs some more lighting. So I think the more lava, the better. I mean, come on. And then we'll do like a little bridge here over it. Just a little tiny one. 2, 2, perfect. That's not the same. It's even with it, okay. Love it. Why not do your brazier effects so it looks like a flame? Oh, I will. I'm just... Ludorav's distracting me, man. Comes down to. Got the creative juices flowing, and now I gotta just... I had to see it. The second he put those, I was like, wait a second. I could do more lava. That's a win. If you didn't know, I have ADHD, so I tend to get distracted easily. Especially when it comes to this kind of stuff. Especially when it comes to this kind of stuff. Dude, that's gonna look freaking epic. Oh my god. Ludorav. You're the man. So good. It's so fitting. Or see the whole thing. Bridge might need to get a little smaller. Like 1 block, maybe. One smaller on each side, that being... Gotta be symmetrical. Yeah, you better be sorry, Ludorav, huh? You better be sorry, you're distracting me with amazing ideas. How dare you? You think you are. Funny thing is, I'm like working on a channel trailer, and one of the, like, I had ChatGPT kind of create the original script, and then kind of edited it to my own liking, and one of the things it came up with was like a comment about like where your creativity fuels everything we do, and I'm like, that is very true on the channel. I may not necessarily do collaborations on the channel, but definitely I've gotten a lot of inspiration and ideas from everyone. And let's not waste a bunch of blocks. I don't have to go to the resource world really soon. Just need a flat space is all. What is up, Grim? Just the guy sitting in the corner spitting ideas. No, it works. Sitting in another corner writing them all down. Very fitting. Those are not showing through properly. This needs to be one thinner, maybe? Get. Hey. I'm stuck. Nice. I'll need to go slightly higher. Dang it. Naturally. Alright, does that there? That shows through, but not very well. Needs to clip slightly more. Apparently I forgot how I built my other ones already. Those feel super clipped in. Oh. Maybe I placed them and then did this. What did I do? Huh. They stick through so much more. What the heck? They might need to go up one more, I don't know. Let me get it. Give me my brazier back. Dang it. Doesn't want to let me. Trial and error, baby. Apparently, I should have just left it. Yeah, that's it. Buddy messaged me on Discord with pics last night. Absolutely. Well, wait. Have you guys seen the big killer whale base? Yes, dude. It's insane. Talk about a build that made me feel inadequate. That thing is absolutely nuts. That is the level of creativity that I do not have. I'm creative, but like, that is freaking next level. Freaking whale ship, like, what? Absolutely insane. I sent that to Luterav the other day, actually. Or at least posted it in the general or enshrouded chat. Yeah. Nuts. So incredible. Some people, man, are insane. So I'm out here like building crazy stuff too, but like I can be extremely impressed as well. It's pretty insane. If that dude was making content, he did so well with a video on that thing. Honestly, like just building cool things gets you so many views. A lot of people overcomplicate the whole thing. Just build something interesting that people want to see and they'll come. They're gonna watch it if it's good, cool stuff. Why is this one like a stupid little peak? Not how lava flows. Is what it is. But I've noticed no matter what crazy idea you think you have, someone has a crazier idea. It's honestly like, especially this game has attracted some of the, like, there's some good grounded builders, like arguably some really good grounded builders, but like outside of like Luderav, like I felt pretty confident in saying in terms of like mega builds and structures, I could have been considered like the best in grounded. And I think probably because I just put more hours into it. But like my stuff, very similar like quality to like Luderav's. But then like looking at other mega builders and stuff, there weren't that many really, really good mega builders in grounded. Whereas this game, like if Harley was making his stuff earlier on too, his stuff's insane. But there's only like a handful that I'm like, these dudes are incredible. Whereas this game is like, there's so many people building insane things. Like on levels that I couldn't even have dreamed of, and they were building them so much longer than I thought. Yeah. Like there are some absolutely bonkers builders in this game. And I think it's so cool to have like that many good builders playing the same game. It's universally already recognized as an incredibly cool building game. Where like I was more so trying to make Grounded the really cool building game. Or make it so more people knew that it was a cool building game. Or this game, no one had to be told. They like knew right off the bat that it was insane. Agree, there's a fine line between being humble and being a liar. You put in the time and goddamn good, it's objective. Yeah. No, I don't say it to be cocky. I'm like, I put 3,000 hours into Grounded, so I'm pretty confident in the fact that if you're 10,000 hours to be a master at most things, like 3,000 hours in a video game building has got to put you pretty close. As always, I try to say things as humbly as possible, but there just wasn't the caliber of builders in Grounded compared to some of the other building games out there. There's a handful of really good builders and a lot of people who wanted to learn to build better. It's like same thing in like Minecraft. Like there's just a lot of people in playing mine that are really good at Minecraft building, so it's a lot harder to stand out for sure. But like this feels like Minecraft, where you're like, every day I look at the little build inspirations page and I'm like, stop building cooler things, I can't catch up. I need time. I might have to put like little torches under that area. Speaking of Harley, did you see the vid he posted the other day on his channel? Is that what you're speaking of, Lude? I'll be joining the fray with Enshrouded in a little over 2 weeks. I won't be great by any stretch, but I'll be cutting my teeth, dude. Get it. Would you believe I have 5,500 hours in Icarus? It blows my mind. That's so many hours. Like, I honestly... people are like, look at me like I'm insane when I tell them I have 3,000 hours in Grounded. So 5,500 is a ludicrous amount of hours. It's dedication at its finest. But, I mean, that's the great thing, is if you really love a game, like, the fact that it's made good enough that you can play that many hours is testament to it being a great game. No, we're not quite under it. I think so, but he deleted it. Yeah, he made that video specifically so he could show me the base tour, and then as soon as I told him I watched it, he deleted it. As funny as it is that you mentioned that. He like sent me a DM and it was like, dude, I'm gonna post a video for you to go watch. Let me know what you think, and then I'm gonna delete it. I'm like, sounds good. Say less. I'm surprised you saw it that quick. He did not have it up for long. And he deleted it like damn near right after I told him I finished it. Right there. I feel like mods... What's up, Knife? How's it going, man? Good to see you. Glad you could make it. I started a little early tonight, so don't feel too bad. Well, not a little, an hour early. I feel like mods hurt the Minecraft builders too. You can literally sculpt things and import the file, but they're people doing organic shapes manually years ago. I honestly, that's one of the reasons I don't love Valheim and Minecraft and like building, because it's honestly come down to like who has the best, like the best access, the best setup. I mean, half of what people are like wanting is like, what mod pack are you using? What are you using to make the game actually good? Not that Minecraft isn't a good game, but I think it, and same with Valheim. Like, I enjoy a slightly more vanilla experience, typically. In Minecraft is, it's gotten to that point where if you don't have 1,500 mods, it's just blocks. Just a really outdated build style of a game. Well, those smoke, but they don't show through. Yeah, I'm very much a proponent of less mods is better. I don't have a problem using a mod, but when you're at like a texture pack and you have shaders and then you have a Technic pack and then you have a this pack and animals pack and you have 45, 60, 70 mods in, you're like, who's copying this at this point? Like, it's just too complicated. But over 5,000 hours in Tectonica? Holy cow. It's in it from first beta weekend. Wow. Not bad. Upset that I couldn't have deer meat. I mean, I guess in terms of how things could have gone, if that's what you're really disappointed about, it definitely could have been worse. It worked. What? Oh, they're taller. Frick. Actually, maybe just a tiny bit of flame is good. It might need more, though. I wonder if these need to be slightly wider. And the lava maybe goes... Well, then it's at the same level, though. Maybe one deeper, though. I guess technically this is too deep. I was kind of thinking these little slots could use a little more detail. Just a hair more. Yeah, I like that a little better anyways. I had to make a separate one so I could watch it. I missed the first go around. Nice. That's funny. Car is dead. That. I'm over here like the only thing I'd be worrying about is that car right now in where my life is. So funny. Bummer you didn't get to like make use of it though. It's pretty bit of a bummer either way. I knew something was looking jank of weathered blocks. Yeah, I feel like that's just enough detail. I think that back brazier needs to be moved a bit though, and I'm stuck. Okay, partially stuck. Super stuck. Let me out. Help. I'm stuck. We did it. We're free. There's a redneck around somewhere. Eggs are crazy too. $12 for 12 eggs. Yeah. Good times to be alive, man. Good times. Good times. Happening. Brazier's fault? Oh, it is. Okay, how close do I need to get? That one's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Probably get away with 5. 1, 2. One more. The probably would taste a little off though. Wouldn't want to mix the get the nasty bits in there. Wouldn't want to eat that. Oh yeah. We were talking about adding a torch or something. Didn't think about that. What? That means. Oh. I might have to go the other way. So, this? Who needs first person mode? I made my own. I love this game. The fact that you could do stuff like this is insane. So good. It's not perfect. But like that comes with just testing more and more. I think we'll figure out little details. Alright, it wasn't placed very well. It is fiery-ish. I think it needs to be like here, maybe? Like somewhere here? I don't know. Whoa, knife with the 2 gifted 2. Let's go. Thank you. 75% on our way to the sub goal too. You guys are awesome. Want to buy a lamb so I can make euros? It's been a long time. It's funny, my mindset with something like that is I would just go buy a euro. Love it though. So if we get it like one shorter. Guess my next target is a lamb. If the deer destroyed it that bad, I don't know if a lamb's gonna make it, man. You might be better off just buying one at that point. You do you though. No room for smarts. We got a sub. Let's go. It's not bad. It's flamey in some areas. It's not like the perfect angle, but it's enough flames. Need like a slightly bigger brazier for this one, I think. Under what? Bronze one, maybe? Might show just a bit more flame. Oh, this one just doesn't like being placed. That's fine. I see how it is. Rude. Why does this one not care? Apparently it does care. Might work. Don't know. Just slow down a little before you hit it. Can't go too slow, jeez. This is getting dark quick. That flame doesn't show at all. Hardly at all, at least. Dang. Could just do a little brazier here, maybe. Can we, actually? Maybe. Might be just enough room. We get lucky. Just enough room. Like he plans this stuff. Okay. We actually had just enough, slightly more than we needed. Find that happy medium. Jeez. Guys. Well. Alright, well. I got a flame out of that one a little bit, but it's not perfect. This one's not great at all. Not really sure how to make that one better, though. Has anyone hit an elk? No. I would try to avoid that at all costs. Dude, this is epic. This is so much better than I ever imagined, Lude. Oh, dang it. Hopefully that wasn't too many blocks I just placed with the wrong material. I don't even know. I guess I haven't placed any of those in a bit, so we should be fine. Oh no. pass on that hardcore, yeah. I think, avoiding hitting large animals at all costs is the way to go. I don't think there's a world where hitting any of them is a good thing. Unless you like buying new cars. Which really isn't up to you, it's up to your insurance. We are at the correct level now. That's the wrong direction. Crazy I want to wrestle an alligator? A little, yeah. I'm gonna have to say. I mean, it's like saying I'm not a little crazy is what I'm doing right now. So it's like, we all have our thing, you know? We all have our own different crazies at the end of the day, but I would say that's up there. I'm no Steve Irwin though, so maybe that's just what it is. Oops. Terrain, yeah. Oh, duh. I'm like, why does this look different? I finished the rest of the design there. Derp. Oh no. That looks right, I think. Delete the block I want you to delete. Oh, that wasn't it. Okay. Not exactly on my bucket list, but that's just me. Florida people? I mean, they're also the ones, like, taking bath salts and eating people's faces, so I don't know if we should use Florida. Sane, normal are not words I would use for people from Florida that live in Florida. I don't think there's any universe where they're sane. The only thing keeping that place even semi-normal is Disney World. Otherwise, it would just be gator wrestling psychopaths. Really, that's the craziest or no? I mean, I think they're the craziest. I mean, wrestling a gator isn't the craziest thing, but I think Florida people in general are pretty crazy. Like, if I had to pick a place where I would call the craziest people in the country, I would go with Florida. Easy. Not everyone, of course, but per capita, you know? The most crazies. Closest thing to an alligator in my country would be Tuatara. What is that? Just small dinosaurs? Do you want to go swimming with sharks? I'd say that's up there. Yeah. I would be slightly... I think I'd be more interested in swimming with a shark, though, if I'm being honest. That sounds like a shark's bad, but at the same time, they don't always just attack, whereas a gator is always going to attack. It doesn't matter. It's Thursday, attack. That's what they're doing. Friday, attack. Because it's a Wednesday, they're going to attack. That's what they do. Yeah, I think I'd take my chances with the shark. I'm a pretty good swimmer. They're both in the water, but one doesn't try to rip me from limb from limb instantaneously. Does, but it's different. I don't know. I feel like what I'm saying makes total sense, but maybe that's just me. Alright, well that flame didn't work as well, but it is in there. It looks good from that side. That's what I was going for. But they look good from this side. They don't look great from the other side. But I think we'll make it work. And then I'm sure we're going to have like some... I feel like the lighting in this game is really what I'm still figuring out the most. What do I like? What do I not like? On my bucket list is pet a Komodo dragon. Just a big dragon? Do you know how deadly those things are? One bite and you'll die because of the toxic garbage in its mouth. That sounds horrifying. Like the most painful, like excruciating painful way you could go. Dying from, it's not even poison, it's just like infection. These things are gnarly. Like, I like that this detailing sort of, you don't notice it instantly, but that's the perk, is we're going to have all these bridges. What happened to my music? Oh, whatever. They're gnarly, though. It's going to look great from up here, though. Love it. That means I want to get rid of some of this, then. Yeah. I think I could create some better detailing up on this part and keep the bridges removed a little bit more. That'll be good. I deleted that. Okay. Like this being thinner. And then it's 3 on each side. I'll hang out my hobbit hole, no crazy teeth coming at me regardless. Oh, for sure. Just, you know, Sauron and whatever, Saruman just coming into your town and screwed everything up, but whatever. You're so safe. Wizards versus sharks? I don't know. You're more likely to be killed by a cow. Honestly, I feel like that's true. That's why I would take a shark over it, because like they're not always going to attack. So there's a chance that you just walk out of there for free with like the experience of saying like, I swam with a shark. How cool am I?
Whereas, like, that alligator's killing you. There's just no question about it at all. What is down there? Who put that wall torch there? Nosferatu. I need more right now. Can drown a shark by holding onto it and keeping it in one spot. I have a feeling that's easier said than done. I don't want to dash your hopes and dreams, but I'm not confident that that's like easy to do. One there and this one there. Please be good, so I don't have to screw with it. I don't want it to be like too repetitive. Maybe just do one. That one's fine. Or just do two. I lied. Just toss one of those in and call it. Flame's too far. Dang it. Oh. Dang you. What am I deleting? I just delete. Yeah. They also roll on their backs like a puppy if you tickle them under the chin. Yeah, so I mean, no one's ever been like, oh my gosh, that cute little gator over there. I'm just gonna go rub his belly. No. I don't want to delete the floor. How rude. There? Maybe? I'm guessing that's the same. That's like the same exact spot. Cool. Good work, good work. Eventually? Eventually? We'll pull our... I think that moved one. It's gonna be weird again. Let me out. I can live with that. That one I can't though. Yeah. So close. Dude, why? Let me pick this up. Ah. That's the one. That'll work. I can live with this. If you had a fight any dinosaur, what dinosaur would you fight? The issue is I don't know the names of dinosaurs. But if I had to just pick one, it'd probably be... It's like the mini raptor things in Jurassic Park. Funny enough, it's so funny that you asked that, Knife, because the last 2 nights over the weekend and stuff, I was watching Jurassic World and then Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So I have dinosaurs on the mind, but the little tiny ones, they're pack hunters. So you said one. So I'd pick one of those because I could just kick that thing and toast. That thing's exploding with one kick. So that's what I'm going for. It ain't gonna be no not fighting a raptor or anything stupid. You're just asking for it at that point. And all the other ones, like what are you gonna do to a stegosaurus? Like nothing. It's just gonna step on you and die. No, and then it's just gonna like think it stepped on some gum or something. No shot. With the brain. Well, I assumed when you say fight, I'm thinking like fisticuffs. Not sitting here like I wouldn't consider shooting a dinosaur a fight by any means. That to me is just hunting or something along those lines. See, this is what I'm saying. In Grounded, I didn't think like this. Like building, like, okay, that light needs to be here, that light needs to be just higher, it'll look better. Like, it just it doesn't have that same building opportunity. Actually, this may need to go one bigger if I do what I want to do. Yeah, like, I'm always going to choose the winning fight, dude. Like, what is happening? Definitely not going to, like, fight up a class for no reason, you know? Unless there's just something amazing to be gained. Or an M1 Grand. I don't have one of those, so. Have you seen people do a spiral staircase? There is a really good video on that, Josue. I would recommend. Just search, like, spiral staircase. Enshrouded, and you'll probably find the video fairly easily. It's a decoration thing, not a block thing. Like, you don't use blocks. They use these... I think they're little benches or something. There's some like a little ottoman looking thing. I didn't watch the video very thoroughly. Thought it was a good idea and put it in my safe for later, and then never actually watched it. Only real weapon is brass knuckles. I mean, I'd fight a Protoceratops. Hey everyone, and alt chat. What's up, XYZ? I'm gonna have to look up what a Protoceratops is. Not one I know off the top of my head. What did I do? Hello? Get closer to me. Apparently, the human physique has a higher top speed for running than a T-Rex, but that's running from a fight. I mean, that's why in the Jurassic Park movies and stuff, you can outrun it. I believe that's why they have everyone sort of just running away from that one. And then it makes the like the Indominus Rex and all that stuff even more terrifying because it's so much faster. But yeah, everyone's way more afraid of the raptors than the T-Rex. Unless there's like 2 T-Rexes. Chisel Chip did a good spiral staircase. Interesting. This is exactly how my brain worked in Grounded, hence all my crazy lighting. I didn't focus on the specifics of the lighting. It was like, oh, put a bunch of them here, or put a bunch of them there, or... I definitely didn't worry about it or think about it as much as I do in this game. I think it was just less obvious to me. Like, the Grounded lighting ended up just being like a highlight, and here it's a detail. Is what I kind of am noticing or feeling. The issue with this bridge is it blocks the view. But I feel like it makes sense. Also, my bridge idea. Well, the bridge is fine. Actually, that looks pretty epic. Honestly, that looks really cool. Okay. I'm liking it. I like the bridge. Never mind. I'm a liar. Was just watching it. I think I might put it on my fireplace to spiral behind it. There's some really cool. They're just a struggle. They're really hard to make, but they're really cool. Spiral staircases are very cool. Just definitely a headache to build. Mostly just because, jeez, so dark. I just wish I had gamma settings. Right now. It's too dark. It's like a small triceratop without the horn, like 2 feet tall. I mean, that's not horrible, but I'm still not like actively gonna go crazy trying to get to one of those. I'd rather fight the real easy one. But for the smallest, easiest thing, you know? Least amount of resistance is the goal. Path of least resistance. Alright, I gotta think that's gotta be plenty of fires. I can't have too many. I think I'm just nervous fighting dinosaurs because I just watched Jurassic World. I always do that where I'm like, oh, Lord of the Rings sounds really good. And then I'm like, why didn't I just start with The Hobbit and like start from the very beginning? Like, why did I start at them and not just go with the whole thing? Because I know I'm going to want to watch the others afterwards. Why didn't I start with the very first Jurassic Park and then watch them all the way through slowly? Be way more fun. Beautiful. Oh, it's epic. I love this. Like it should be there. Wonder what dino meat tastes like. Ugh. Can't be good. Can't be good. Okay, I guess the question is a little more detail like this, probably. Probably put some cool decor on these little things or something too. I keep watching people like make videos on Enshrouded and I'm like, dude, I've spent over 3 hours building this. This is all we've done. We fixed that, built a couple stairs and did this and deleted some stuff. Like, it's so slow sometimes. Ugh. Saw Jurassic World and I saw Jurassic Park and worked my way up. Yeah. I wish I would have... I mean, I've already watched all of them for ages ago, but I wish I would have, like... I just started on Jurassic World because I was like, oh, that kind of sounds entertaining tonight, and I didn't know what else to do over the weekend on some slow nights, and I was just, like, building and thinking through some video ideas and stuff. And I'm like, why didn't I just start from the very, very beginning? Like, it's... I know I'm going to end up wanting to watch all of them after starting it. I do that with every series. Or I'll watch some random Star Wars thing and then be like, why didn't... I should have just started from... I've like watched all the Marvel stuff in order, all the Star Wars stuff, all the Harry Potter stuff, all the Lord of the Rings stuff. I've done it many times before, but it just seems like would have been a good one. Question. I think now we want to build maybe one up. This portion. been really interesting. I haven't really been entertained by a whole lot of movies and shows recently. I've been much more motivated as of late. Work on the things I told myself I should be doing. Hence the reason you guys got a Pagoda Base tour. Randomly had 2 extra hours and no clue why it came over me when I have 5,000 other video ideas I want to do. Maybe a different fence. I don't know. And you got your screenshot? Oh, for sure, dude. This thing's looking epic already. It's coming together. I need to start streaming earlier so you can always be in the streams and keep bouncing ideas off of me like that. Couple of these. Got a lot of this stuff. Could look really cool. Put all my decor. This one. Don't need more of those. Don't want those. Out of braziers. Couple of these. Couple of these. Perfect. And go the shortcut. Doofus. Only seen maybe the first 2 or 3. The new ones are good in some ways and stupid in others. Like most kind of continuations of series. There's a couple things I really like. There's a couple actors in them I really like. And there's a couple things I'm like, yeah, that was dumb. But it also is like the natural progression of the newer ones. Like they start genetically modifying dinosaurs is like, of course. That's the only logical place for this to go. You know for a fact they're going to genetically modify them, make them even crazier than they already were, and then try to use them in warfare. It's only the human thing to do, you know? Need to go down. That might actually... That's what I was thinking, and then I didn't do it. At least you got one video out that we wanted. Oh, I mean... Aren't all the videos I get out things you wanted? Now, after the Pagoda Base guide, build guide, I feel like I've done all the ones. That's the only one I've, like, promised and never followed through with. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. I can't tell. Dang it. Ah. I got random days off in the middle of the week too. I mean, the hard part is it was just random. My kid didn't take a nap today at all. Well, he fell asleep in the car on the way home 2 minutes before we got to the house. So he got a 2-minute nap. And so at 6 o'clock, he was like losing his mind, and we're like, okay, you're done. We're going. You're going to bed. We don't need to do this anymore. Oh yeah. This is the right height for sure. In a perfect world, the only reason I stream as late as I do is because he does not go to bed. at a decent time. I would stream at 5 o'clock if I could. Okay, so I need to do... Drones in war are bad enough. Imagine dinos. Exactly. That's literally the premise of the newer ones, is that they want to utilize the dinosaurs in warfare. And then they go from wanting to use raptors to genetically modifying T-Rexes and turning them into, like, insane, like, they accidentally give them all these freaking abilities. Well, it's a T-Rex raptor crazy abomination, and they accidentally give it all these different, like, crazy powers and stuff because of the genetic modifications they made. Pretty insane. And then they do it even worse in the next one. Is even funnier. They're like, remember when that, as every Jurassic Park movie goes, not trying to spoil anything here, but dinosaur gets free, dinosaur kills everything. As if they didn't learn from the standard dinosaurs breaking out of their cages and killing everyone. They thought, let's make them crazier and bigger. You know? Yeah. Could make this slightly better by putting this just one inside of here. Still not going to be perfect, but what it is. Unfortunately, they don't make these sections any smaller, so you're stuck. So the closer we do it to the edge, or I could just, like, make it one longer. Why would I do that, though? No one's going to notice that. That's such a tiny detail. I don't care. The guys, have a wonderful rest of the stream. Thanks, Knife. Appreciate the 2 gifted, by the way, which is now much more than 2 gifted. But the 2 gifted tonight. Appreciate it again, man. You're awesome. What's happening? Hope you have a good rest of your night. Such a doofus. Point of doing it, I gotta keep it the same on both sides, and I always do this. Do like a weird overlap like that, and then I'm like, oh, and I wasn't paying attention. Get in the zone. Perfect. But yeah, you should have more days off too at Ludorev. That should definitely be part of your new schedule. Need a build assistant. Essentially, you'd be my part of the creative writing team at Timber Buildings. Timber Builds Inc. Yeah, the little edge is fine. There's always got to be some tempting little edge for some idiot to be like, ha 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 ha, look at me, I can still, I'm dying. You know? Yes. This looks epic. And then there'll be like maybe a couple columns somewhere in this area, sort of like framing some more. This is going to look good. If only, right? I'm game, yeah. Creative writing lead. Creative writing lead, yeah. But do I... It like feels like I want to continue this over, but I also kind of want to leave it blank. I don't know if I want to do too much of this like hand railing stuff. I feel like it can get really messy, but I guess maybe just there. Worth making one lower? Probably not. That would probably look even weirder. Why is this one gotta, like, be weird? Little baby fence. Feels a bit naked without it, though. The issue. Holy cow, 10:30. It's not very late compared to normal, but since I started streaming at 7, it's like we're actually 3 hours in. I never get to stream for 3 hours and be like, wow, there's still time. So this goes... Oh yeah. Let's go like this too. Even better. Yeah, I really like doing this little detail with like the handrail stuff. Fences. Time flies when you're having fun. Ain't that the truth? Funny thing is like I started stream like tired. So I wasn't like feeling insanely creative in the moment. So it's funny now that I'm like, as soon as you get that one idea going, it's like, it's so easy to just spiral and go insane. Build just tons in one night. Yeah, I thought that was gonna. No worries. Let's just see how this looks. Perfect. Line those. One of these. Hard to say. You can definitely, like, over detail in this game, I've noticed. It's very easy to get, like, just lost in the details. Lost in sauce, you know? Oh, frick. Dang it. I hate that. It's just these two. The other fences don't have this issue. They just work. For some reason they don't mind clipping in, but these ones hate it. Okay. There. My bridge is off. Oh, it's because I deleted that and then added that and then added this. Well, now I gotta move it. Too many ideas, not enough time. Dude, it really does feel like that, especially in Enshrouded. And then, of course, this is like... Come up with one idea, it screws up the next ones, then you gotta change it, and you gotta add more, and... It's always something. Definitely more time-consuming doing these. So lines up with this. How's that look? That do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Also feels good just getting away from a long day and building. Between work and everything in the world going on, it's nice to escape and just build. Place the block in the right place. Struggle's real. Okay, please. Okay, these ones are gonna go in the right step. Let's keep it the same. Perfect. Not perfect. Wait a second. I do kind of like that it's actually in the center. I don't mind that. 'Cause technically those would fit totally even, but one of those disappear, get lost in what you're doing kind of moments, 3 hours, that's like 45 minutes, yes. That is when building's the best, when you're just like totally in the zone, just building, nothing else is happening, no other worries. Nothing going on, just building. I don't get those times as often these days. I'm always trying to like do a million things. Hello? Does that go? Yes. It in the corner. I haven't started class yet, but I have a new drafting client, so I'll be working on that project tonight after I do the chores. Nice. But yeah, you just finished up. What, you have like one term left, right? Or semester, whatever it is. What the heck? Why is this one? What did I do wrong? Oh, don't do that. Alright, just slightly off, dang it. This. Sure, yeah. Uh-huh, that's totally what I said. And... order of operations, man. Just as important in Enshrouded as Grounded. Alright, the fence looks good. Alright. Wait a second. One year? We got it. Being a journey? Oh, 1 year left? Never ending, right? Never ending. I mean, I did 7 years, so I definitely know the feeling. 7 years of architecture, man. It's crazy. A lot of incredibly fun times, but also, like, the stress levels are nuts. One. some little stairs. Those stick out, maybe? No? Love it. Looks phenomenal. Thank you, thank you. I mean, without your dragon head idea, we wouldn't even be close right now, so... The crazy thing is like, this is just going to get more epic the more stuff we get in here. Because it's going to be like, you're going to be able to walk up here, and then there's going to be these like recesses that have each individual like armor set with like a weapon on top. Somehow I'll figure out. Similar to what my grounded one looks like, honestly. Not all that much different. And so there'll be like 10 armor sets here, 10 there, and then I'm also going to have them up on the second level, as long as I can make them fit properly. So they'll be all along here, and they could be along the back, kind of where, however many I need, is currently what I'm trying to figure out. This looks epic, though. Like, so good. Definitely need to figure out what I want to do kind of up in this area. I think maybe some like archways or something. So there's, I don't know, something up there, but some type of like archway I think would be kind of cool. And then the big bridge that goes across here, it's going to look really interesting and cool. There'll be those hand railings all the way around. Thinking like box that I have. I also need to start thinking about some different materials. We're very heavy on the polished granite. Two, three, four, maybe 2, 3, 4. Even one back maybe might look kind of cool. Maybe this, or maybe just the center ones. Depth, yo. And then sort of like arch them together could be interesting. It's gonna be harder to arch them together that way. Center of the... Is there a center? Yeah, that is the center. Okay. And oh, I wanted that. I need a redo button. Could be maybe forward, back a little. Ankles. Could even make the side ones lower, I think. Essentially just copying what I did below probably is the way to go. taller. Better. Hard to say. Aren't very good arches. Too many blocks. Sticking with just this, maybe. That's probably pretty cool. Okay. Just gonna keep falling. Breaking my ankles. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. We'll have some little statues in these little spots. I mean, talk about a thumbnail, dude. I might delete the bridge just to take a cooler thumbnail. But at the same time, I could probably get something from out here at the same time, so. I also have the mod downloaded now, so I can take cool screenshots floating from wherever I want, so I can just take one from up here with no person in the way, or no character. I think I'm gonna have to remove that bridge to take a cooler one. I'd like to show it from like up here or something. Does look really cool though. Very cool. Alrighty. 10:45. I meant to call it at 10. Since I had already streamed for 3 hours, but I was so into it that I wanted to keep going, so I feel like we hit a really good stopping point though. There's a lot of detail done and a lot of things I figured out. Now it makes me really want to get this flame altar done as well and move to the correct place, and this place is going to really start coming together, being sick. But I appreciate everyone hanging out. Yeah, I'm excited to see it all and show everyone the ideas running through my mind. But I appreciate everyone hanging out. Hope you all have a great rest of your evening and tomorrow, and I will catch you on Wednesday. Should be live probably around 8 o'clock. I wouldn't assume we get many more 7 o'clock starts. Those are going to be few and far between at the moment. But again, appreciate everyone hanging out. Night, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace. Bye, Lude.